Hey, Star, I'm doing a test to see. I did some upgrading on my Wi-Fi. Hi, Lori. Hi, Artsy. I thought I'd come on and do a test. Let's see here. I'm looking at everything. The brightness could be a little brighter. How's that look? I'm looking around my room, see if I have all my lights on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Muffy, Carla. Hey guys, can you hear me? Just making sure you can. Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. Okay, you can. Thanks, Carla. Got my coffee. Okay, so there's some more light. There we go. So I'm testing my upgrade. I did another upgrade. This is a third upgrade. Upgrade on my Wi-Fi. So we're going to see if this is non-buff. So this is a hopefully a non-buff test. So I just thought I'd maybe pull some collage stuff and just do something pretty, pretty simple. Hi, Julie. Happy fabulous Friday to you. I'm doing a test to see if my with my upgrade, if it's helped. I'm on my new computer now. Because remember, most of the time the Lappy is okay. I mean, there's always a little bit of buff issues anyway, but it was, hopefully my new computer will not buff since I upgraded. So we'll see. We shall see. So I thought I would just play in some of my art journals here. This one is one that I haven't done anything in except start gluing in. So just thought maybe we would do this. Yeah, not to be confused with Titan Buff. Julie, good one. Good one, Julie. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I just thought maybe we would and I forgot to read out of this on Wednesday. So maybe we'll do that too. So I just thought I thought maybe we would just glue some things in. So you can see how I just go from nothing, starting from nothing and then working my way up to different. I mean, most of y'all have seen me do collage from start to finish many times. But so this is just some of the stuff that I started, and it's just tacked down. It's just tacked down for now. Until I decide, until I get everything I want on a page. Hi, Lindsay. Anybody else I miss? Lydia, Lori. I said hi to Lori. Hi, Molly. So, yeah, this is just, so far, this is what I've got just tacked down to turn into little worlds. Hi, Kangaroo Babe. I'll just keep flipping here for a minute. So, and these are just those little Arteza. I have to go check on the cats. I might have to step away for a second. So, anyway, these are just those little Arteza journals. This is, I think, the 8.5 by 8.5 size. This one right here is 5 by 5, 5.5 by 5.5. And these you get 3 in a pack. And this one you get 2 in a pack off of Amazon. So, yeah, thanks everybody for popping in. I just wanted to do a little test. I really like this one. Look, bird's talking in his ear. I wanted to do a test. Hi, Teresa, Arlene, Lolo, hi. Lindsay, I think I don't want to miss anybody, but I probably will. So I wanted to test my upgrade on my Wi-Fi. I thought about hardwiring upstairs, because I'm on Wi-Fi upstairs. I thought about hardwiring my cable upstairs, but they're not doing any in-home service right now. I don't know what people do that when their cable goes out or something. Yeah, but they're not doing any in-house what do you call it? Service right now. So they can't come and hardwire my upstairs. So I just upgraded the Wi-Fi speed or whatever it's called. And so hopefully that will help. Hi, Carol, Marcia, Cheryl. So I just got things tacked down for now until I, see, look, now the rest of this, I haven't hardly added much to it. Well, there's one, but I still have to add some more stuff to the rest of this book. This is about as far as I got. And really, it's not even done. This is more like where I like to start before I start throwing paint on it. And hi, Melody. Good to see you. Let me get a sip of my coffee here, guys. Good to see you. I hope you're well. And let me go check on the. Hang on. I'll be right back, guys. I guess I'll leave the door open for them. I opened the window downstairs so they could have some cat TV, but I'll probably have to go back down there. Okay, y'all can't now. We're gonna have to go out. Okay, let's go out, baby. Let's go out. Come on, come on. All right. So no buffing yet. Maybe this will work. This will be awesome. So thanks everybody I missed. Joyce, and if you're just watching for the first time, you're popping in. Thanks everybody for stopping in. This is just an impromptu to test to see if my upgrade is going to help my buffering. I don't know. We never know. It's always, it's always just up in the air. Carol finally bought some matte medium, ready to start my first glue book or journal. Need to buy some markers and Posca paint pens. Hi, Kathy Arbor. Yeah, just, if you're going to get some paint or any, I don't know if you have any, just craft paint, but craft paint is just what I use. Nothing fancy for the most. I have some fancy stuff, but I just don't usually use it in my art journals that much. Posca is kind of, it's okay too. Hi, Diane. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hope you're doing well. I'm back and forth here with the cats, guys, so I might have to run back down. I opened the window for them to have something to do so they don't get into fisticuffs. Okay, let's see. What collage bin do I want to pull from? Let's see. Hang on. This one's got little stuff. Well, it's got little stuff. It's got doors and stuff. Maybe this one. Okay, so let's move this out of the way for a minute. So, and I saved my Land O'Lakes. They took the girl off of. They took the girl off the Land O'Lakes. Now it's just a lake. But if y'all have not seen, there's a story about the artist that did this back in the 30s, I think it was. It's an awesome story. And he did this to honor the tribe that lived there. And he did up this painting to honor the tribe. Well, now that they just, they don't want to know about all that. They just took her off. So the Land O'Lakes girl is no longer on there. So I kept my Land O'Lakes butter, kept her. So that's not going on a collage, but I just kept her. All right, let me move some of my different collage. I don't want to put that on yet. To start with my collage, I keep bumping, my chair keeps bumping the table there. Sorry, guys. Yes, I know, right, Julie? Julie read the article. It was so interesting. And, anyway, your file folder page is, oh, she's talking to Kathy. Yeah, Kathy, if y'all don't know, she does a class every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So follow Kathy Arbor, Cast Kathy as we call her. Yeah, I know, Carol. Just go Google Land O'Lakes Indian Maiden. I think you could probably find it. Indian Maiden painting or artist, painting artist. So just Google it. You'll find it. It'll come up. It was just a week or two ago. So yeah. Hi, Suze. Let's see, Arlene. I know I'm probably missing people when I stepped away. Terry L, I just saw you. Cheryl. So anybody else I missed? I'll have to probably go check on the casket, but we'll see. All right. So what I've been doing in this one, this has no paint or anything yet. It's just, I just go through when I a new book, I like to have something on every page. And then I usually go back and start working in it. I just go through and I start gluing things, and then I'll start, here's one that's a little further along, but I just like to go through it and glue things down, put stickers, whatever I want, and then I'll go back and paint in the scene. Let me see if I got something a little further along in this one. Let me just kind of flip until I find something that's a little, but these are all in progress. See, I added a little Posca there. But then I'll go back and paint in and make worlds, make a world. My flat there. Let's see. Hang on, guys. Let me move my camera back just a little so I can flatten it there. That's better. Okay. And yeah, that's what I like to do. I just start gluing things down. Then I go back and paint and doodle on them and scrape stuff on them. And then I just then paint them in, right? So these are all in progress. They're just got scribbles and scratches and whatnot. This one's a little further along. Was that C.M. Russell, the artist back? I think so. On one of the pages. Oh, C.M. Russell artist back on. Oh, I don't know. I had no idea, Lori, on one of my pages. By the time you type in, I'm 5 pages away. This right here is Posca. I painted in the tree limbs and then added Posca to them, or I extended them. They might have had like stopped here or something, and I painted them in. So this one's a little further along. But just so you can kind of see, you can just kind of see the progression. And these are not that, these are not as far along as some of the other books, and I work in a lot of books at the same time. Well, it matters in my head what I'm putting on, but it doesn't matter to me if you see it. I mean, not you personally, but what I like to do in my collages is I like to build worlds, and I like the people that view it to see what's in their head when they see it, right? And like around this little fox, see that white? This is a sticker. Along that white, I'll paint that out. So I'll get rid of that white sticker with paint. So it does matter to me. How I make things cohesive is usually with color. So if you look at each page, like look, purples and pinks. and greens and yellow and red. So I make it cohesive with color. And then when I go to paint that in, paint everything and build a world on it, I'll use those colors, to build a world in. So this is just, all different stages, if you will. Now this one's further along. All right, so here's one where I painted one of my own animals. This is all my own painting. My lemur. You'll know I love me some lemurs. A lemur is in my YouTube header. So you struggle with ideas? Well, I'll try to talk it out as I'm gluing in this one because I haven't done any painting in this one yet, and kind of just tell you what I'm thinking. But as far as what you see in it, by the time now, like I said, none of these are done. So this one's a little further along paint wise, but I'm going to paint in those stickers and stuff. And what you see in it, it's what's in your imagination. Then of course, I always keep some wax paper, so to work in it. So anyway, you can see they get pretty fluffy. I'd let it go there. And the same thing for this little one. This one's a little further along. Again, I painted another little lemur. Hi, Nashwa. And hold it up a little. See, you can see where I kind of whitewashed in the background of this one. A couple of them, I just kind of whitewashed the background, which makes your colors brighter when you paint over it. But I like just to make, if you've seen my Abandoned Places books, I like to build worlds. Okay, that one looks stuck a little. Not really. I guess it's just in the center. So you can see where I started adding more color here. And this one's a little further along. Again, see how I can paint around the white of the sticker? I got to do that on this one. So I've been using my that big book of stickers that I got at Target, because this is small stuff in these journals. So because they're smaller journals, I can use the smaller little stickers easier, So again, look at how it's color. See how it's color? And then here I started going in here and extending these branches. And then you just start building a world. But you start with this. You start with just collage like that. Well, it depends on the book. If I'm starting with an abandoned book, and that's what I tell you, if you've never really done collage before, or anything like altered books or anything like that, start with a book. If you start with a book, you're not starting with a blank page, right? These, we're starting with blank pages, and sometimes that can be a little scary. If you start with I'll just keep flipping while I'm talking. If you start with an abandoned book, and I hate to pull them out again because I know y'all have seen them a gazillion times. But if you start with that, you have something as a base to work on. You're not starting with a blank page like these, right? These all start with a blank page. And so it just gives you a little more confidence, maybe, if you like the abandoned. Well, yeah. So you know what I'm talking about then. You just have, well, I'll show you a couple examples. Girl, I had to make a new IG account. Oh, okay. Okay, blue. Okay. Let me see, Prisma, if I can find you real quick. And hi, by the way. Let's see. Let me go over here. Blue. What is it again? There it is. Blue Horizon. I forgot the H in there. Blue. Are you a blue dot? Are you just a blue dot right now, Prisma? I got to figure out how to turn off those YouTube notification dings. I don't mind the notification. I just don't want the ding. That looks like it. Oh, wait. Is there a E? Hi, Jersey. Is there no E in blue? Prisma? I'll get those books out while I'm waiting on you. Is there no E? Okay, well that's why I can. Okay, let's go back here because I put the E in. All right. All right, there you are. Okay. All right, I followed you back. Okay. So again, guys, if you're just joining us, this is an impromptu. I'm doing an impromptu stream to see. I upgraded my Wi-Fi, and we'll see if it helps the buffering because I can't have anybody come over and install a hard wire because they're not doing service calls right now. So I'm hoping to that this has helped our connectivity. No buff, you know, no buff. Okay, so anyway, and we're going to work in this one in a minute. Okay, so let me just show you. I have two abandoned places. One is worked in and one is not. And so let me see if I can go a couple page by page just so you can kind of see a couple. I'll do this and we'll get crack-a-lack-ing. I tried to post-it notes them. Okay. So when you start with a blank a blank page like this, first off, and Kieran Connolly, who is the author of Abandoned Places, and we've been working in this one for a few years. 2016 is my first page in this book. So in 2016, I started working in this book. Now I have abandoned castles, abandoned palaces. Let's see what else is abandoned sacred places, forgotten heritage. I've got a whole bunch of different abandoned books. Okay. Hi, Linda. Okay. Thanks. Let's make a mask. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hi, Anne. Anybody else I missed? Okay. So it has like white border with text, and it might be a little flashed out, but I think we're good. I don't want to get too zoomed in because when I'm working in the collage thing, I want y'all to be able to see what I'm picking and choosing. So this was the first page that I did in this. Well, I don't know if it's the first page I completed in this book. I don't know if it's the first page I actually started on. But anyway, and I've told the story before about how this one reminded me of the 68, 69, whenever Star Trek, the original Star Trek was out. My favorite Star Trek was City on the Edge of Forever, I think is the name of it. Dr. McCoy goes back through one of those circle stone things. He goes back through it, and he accidentally gave himself a shot of some medicine or something, and he went crazy for a while. And so he jumped through the stone. So what it was a time portal. So then Captain Kirk and Spock go back in the time portal. They couldn't get the exact date. I think they were like a month behind or a month ahead or something. Anyway, I think they got a month ahead. So they had to try to wait for Bones to come in. And anyway, so when Dr. McCoy was in the alley and I think he passed out in this alley, and there was a homeless man picked up his not his tricorder, but his the laser, the phaser, picked up his phaser and made himself just disintegrate. Well, this reminded me of that alley. Hi, Judy. Yeah, I'm doing a test this morning to test my Wi-Fi upgrade. So anyway, this alley reminded me of that. Okay, so see, this is what you don't see. All the things are in my head when I'm making stuff. It could be a lot of different stories in my head as far as when I'm. Let me get a sip of my coffee here, guys. Get my voice going. So this is the page. This is the page that I made from it, and it is varnished. And eventually all the pages will be varnished. So here's the alley, and here's a time portal. So it went from this to this. Okay. And it's a little, I don't want to get it too dark. I mean, it's a little flashed out, guys. The color is a little darker than this, but I don't want to darken the lighting, because then I don't know. I just don't want to do. I like it a little on the bright side, so it is a little darker than this in real life. But you get the idea, right? So I'll flip through a couple of them here. I'm going to try to match them up as I go. I'll just pick maybe my top 5 or 6 that I like. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So this one, look, is a ghost town. Obviously, it's a ghost town. But I in my head, I thought, what happened? What happened to this town that turned it into a ghost town? So what happened was the worlds collided. So again, it's a little flashed out, but maybe I should turn it down just a tad. Let's see. Let's turn the brightness down. There we go. Just a tad. There we go. That's a little better. So it went from this to this. All right, let's see what else here. And I know I'm changing the light every time I move the book. Let's see here. I'll try to kind of go through this quickly, just so you can kind of see some different. Okay, this one. All right, now this is a kind of dramatic. All right, so this one right here. So you have something to work with, right? You have something to start with. And then we turn it into this. So I added a castle on the hill. This is a new addition. I added this kind of recently. I added this a little recently. So we went from this to this. So everything's painted in, right? I add other elements, and then I paint them in. All right, let's see what's next. Kind of having to shuffle 2 books here. Okay, this is I love this one. This one's kind of one of my favorites. Okay, so we started with this, and this just, reminded me of like a haunted house or some of the old movies that I would have seen, Can you turn my laundry basket? No, Prisma. So these little newels, right? I think that's what they're called, the newels on the banister there. I thought of these. These would be cool if they were like a holodeck thing where you could just wipe your hand over those and turn it into something else, right? Turn it into another world. So that's what I was going for here. And so this is what I ended up doing with that. And so now, see, these are like little they're not holodecks. They're like hollow Turner honors. So, but that was like the vision. So all this is paint and color pencil. Paint and color pencil. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's find another one or two. I like that one, but let me keep going. Okay, this one's kind of. I have them I have them marked because this way I can get to them quicker. Let's see. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. So this is an old it's an old arena, a palace. What is it? Anyway, I have it under there. So I went from this. Yeah, maybe I was going to this. So this one's got a lot going on. You see this face coming out of this dimension here and looking on the world. It's kind of like breaking through, right? And coming into the world there. And so yeah. All right, let's see what else. Hang on. I'm just going to try to pick a few of my very favorites out here. And of course, I am working on other books too. That one doesn't have okay, this is one of my favorites. And this one is done in, This one is done in varnish. Okay, so this is what we started with. Let me get to the page that's done. Here we go. All right, so when I saw this one, this looked like it needed a bridge, right? There's this road, and obviously they're just two buildings on opposite sides of a road, but I said, this needs a bridge. So from that thought, from that idea of this needing a bridge, it made me go to this. So now there is a bridge. It might be a bridge to nowhere, but it's a bridge. And then I added this. I don't add a lot of people in my collage, mixed media, altered book. I don't add a lot of collage. And you can see this one's varnished because I like to let you be the person. I like you to be the person. Bye, Terry. Thanks for stopping in. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Yvonne. Anybody else I missed? So I turned that into this world, and she's got like, if you want to call it a magic feather, and she, and see, there's a feather right there at the end. I have the sound effects. So she kind of encircled this area, right? She kind of encircled it. And then the space around the outside, this is circled and like protected, but there's a bridge. There's a bridge there. Okay, so there's that one from this one. All right, let's see what's next. I'll pick a couple more. Okay, this is another one of my favorites. Do I have a lot of favorites? But anyway, all right. So in this one, these little turned sideways huts, they're little hut umbrellas. And this is a whole abandoned city, right? They're turned over on their sides. And this one umbrella on its side looked like a metal detector. Doesn't it look like a little metal detector guy or girl, whatever? Metal detecting, right? So I just could see it, a metal detector there. So I wanted to do a world where he was going to metal detect through the universe. So we turned it into this. So you got your exploding planet down here. There's another bridge. I love bridges, waterfalls, of course, outer space, stars, mist, They are like my babies. I know, right, Carol? So metal detecting now across this bridge here, and all this is going on, and he's just in his own little world, while everything else, all this is going on, metal detecting. So it went from this to this. All right, let's go one or two more. Let's see. Pick a couple here. This one's not done, but I do like it. Okay, so this one is still a work in progress, but this is what it looks like to start with. It's like a little room, abandoned place with a desk there. And it looks like there's still stuff sitting on the table. Anyway, so like a conference room, what's going on? Who knows what's going on? Well, this is what I have going on. So yeah, there's the conference room there. And so that's what I got going on so far. Okay, let's see. Okay, I like this one. It's not my favorite in the collage sense, but it's one of my favorite stories. Okay. My finished piece is not my favorite, but I like the story. So here we have this abandoned place, and we got this one little guy, right? One little guy there in all this big place. And yeah, you can work in any book. And that's the other thing, Lolo, that I say. If you don't like abandoned places, or, not everybody likes that. Some people think it's creepy, it's sad. I like to transform those worlds. But you can get books on travel. Get a book on some place you'd like to travel, Italy, France, Australia. Get you a book on a place you'd like to travel to. and transform it, or a book of flowers, gardens, secret gardens, make your own secret gardens, or a book on any animal, birds, dogs, cats. If you have a favorite bird, a favorite animal, get an animal book. Get a book on architecture. If you like architecture, you can get one on architecture. Something. Get a theme. Get a theme that you like, because if you don't like abandoned things, you're not gonna work. And I've been working in this particular book for 4 years, along with about 8 others. So I go back and forth between like 8 different books. Okay, yeah. So get a theme. Get a book of a theme that you like. But then I built them this whole world. Everything else is collage and paint. So there's really, the only thing left is a little bit of the landscape right here and him. Everything else is paint and collage. So last time I showed this, I teased. I said, "Okay, social distancing is over now. He's going to go meet his friends." In the, when it happens. But anyway, so yeah. So I built him a world so he was no longer alone. Trees and all kinds. So it went from this to this. Okay. Now let's see, one or two more. Let's see, one or two more. Okay, I like this one too. All right, so this is how it started out. And this is a real famous isolated place. It's where in Estuary, I don't know if I'm saying that, England, and they're out in the sea out there. They were like watchtowers, I think, in the war. But I just love this. Just is like the epitome of an abandoned thing, right? This is just, and there's so many photographs of this. And yeah, thanks, Carol. And this one, yeah. And so then I said, well, let's do this. So I painted some ocean bubbling up. This one, I did this one in 2016 as well. So going on 4 years or so. Well, 4 years, and then did the planets. And I love an element of time. I don't put it in everything I do, but I love element of time. Of course, space, planets. That's a marble. That planet's made out of a marble. That was just hand drawn. And then I just painted the water. I didn't like it just like that. So I did that on there. And then there's reflective. You can see there's some planets and stars down here. So there's a whole nother dimension under the water. Okay, so let's see. This is not really one of my favorites either, but it's okay. So that to this. So you can get the idea, guys. The reason, I brought these back out. I know y'all have seen them a million times if you're here a lot. That these are, ways to start. These are ways to start collaging if you're not comfortable starting with a blank page. Then start with and you can do the same thing. You can get a magazine. But the thing about magazine pages, they're thin, right? They're thin. So it's a little trickier, a little more work to work on thin pages, but they're great practice. Okay, they're great practice. Let's see. This one is one of my first ones that I did too. Let's see, that's in the very back. So there we go. So, it's just fun to, oh, my foot sleep. I sit on my foot and then it falls asleep. It's just imagine, go through your collage. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go through collage stuff and just start adding things. So in the case of these journals like this, they're blank. There's nothing to go off of, right? I don't know. Let me see real quick one of these. Where's that other journal? I'm missing a journal. Here it is. So these are my this is my Dylusion journals. I'm working in 4 of these. I have 4 of these on the go. But here's this is this was a blank slate. It was that craft color Dylusion journal, and this is starting with a blank slate. Now, gonna you're gonna start with something like this if you've never collaged, probably not. But I'm just showing you that you can start with a blank slate and make a whole world as well. I did this one in 2016 as well. I signed some of them. So this is the cover, and it is varnished. And you see the little statue here. See the little monk right down there. And just to give you the scale of this world, how big this world is, that's how little a person is. That's how little a person is in this world. So these are all, these have all started with blank pages. And I'll just flip to a few of them because see, look, this is how they start. Look, just collage stuff. And then I turn them into this. And again, I start with this and then just keep working at it and keep building on it. And paint in things, and you can always add more things if you want. You go back in and add stuff. Let's see, I'm going to try to flip to some of the other thing is I'm working here, I'm working like front to back to front. It's better if you work like that so you don't ruin the spine. Now, in this case, the spine is not connected to these books in the Dylusion journals. The spine is not connected to the, this. So it's not going to warp as easily as if it was glued to the outer spine. But it's best if you work front to back to front. If you're working something like this, see, it's glued to the spine, right? So if you don't work back and forth, this is going to start to warp, and pretty soon your spine's going to be like that. So, oh, the cats, what are they doing down there? So, and this one's done in varnish. Eventually, I want them all done and varnished, right? Once you varnish it, you're done. You really can't paint on top of the shiny varnish, right? So this just started as a blank slate too. Okay, let's see. I know I'm probably missing, hi Rain Willow, Judy, Be Honest, Cindy, Linda M, Sophia. Who else am I missing? I'm missing people coming in. Thanks everybody for being here. I'm doing an impromptu test my Wi-Fi upgrade to make sure we don't buff on the new computer. So I am on my new HP. Denise got me from Mother's Day, and it's been just buffering, and I don't know why, because my laptop in the exact same spot buffered some, but not near as much as the HP did. So I called the cable company and I did an upgrade. I eventually think I want to hardwire upstairs, but they're not doing service calls right now. So I just said, well, let's just upgrade it again. Upgrade it again. So hopefully we're not going to buffer. Work back and forth. Yeah, it depends on the book. If I'm working in the altered book or if I'm just working in a journal, or yeah, but I work in lots of books. See, that's the thing. I have about 8, maybe 10, 8 to 10 books that I work in abandoned books, abandoned places, abandoned castles, abandoned civilizations, abandoned, all the abandoned books. And then I have 4 of these. I have 4 of these Dylusion books that I have worked in. I don't work in it as much as I used to because I've kind of been working in these Arteza books, right? And I'm working in 3 of these. Okay, so I'm working in 3 of those. And then I'm also working, well, I'll show you in a minute. I'm also working in my traveler's journals, right? Oh, the Varnish Lobo is this. It's a water-based gloss. It's Delta Ceram Coat. gloss, interior, exterior varnish. It's water-based. Gloss and water-based are the two things you want to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be Delta Ceramcoat. I just found that this works well, so I keep getting it. But you want water-based and gloss. Okay, that's what I do. Okay. So yeah, I got that one. And then let's see here. Here, this one. I really like this one too. I like the tiger and lion pages. And so you can see there's three dimensions here. You got three layers of space there. Hi, Mrs. Phipps. How do you keep track? I don't really keep track of them. I don't find a need to keep track of them. I don't know. Well, sometimes I'll go, oh, well, I don't remember which book that was in. There are a couple of times where I can't find a particular picture. I have two of most of my abandoned books, so I try to Post-it note them. So when I'm flipping through, I can find the coordinating blank one with the finished one to show you guys. This one's 2016 as well. Let's see what else we got here. See, I got different stages. Look, different stages. Okay, so then there's this one. And there's streams on a lot of these guys. There are streams on a lot of them. Hi, Hilla. First time joining the live chat. Thank you. Thank you, Hilla, for being here. Hi, I think I said hi to you. You like the lemurs in space? Yeah, that's my that's off of a big collage. My lemurs in space header is off of a poster that I did. That's just like cropped off of a poster. I don't know if I see. That's the other thing I do. I do posters, huge posters, 36 by 42. I mean, as big as this table. And I've done a few of those. I love working big. I won't take them out of I won't unscroll them right now, but just so you can kind of see, look, they're big posters. I have a bunch of those. They're hard to show on camera, and they're hard to work on camera, but I've done it. I've done it. So let's see. Do I have any? A couple of completed ones. If I varnish them, they're done. So I'm looking for the. All right, here's an example of a fail. I kept this one like it is because I do not like this. It did not turn out. And I always said, and I might try to redo this at some point in my Procreate or Sketch or one of the programs on my iPad. This did not turn out like my vision. I wanted this fish to look like he was popping out of another dimension and right at you, coming right out at you. And I couldn't achieve it, or, well, I'm not going to say I couldn't, but it didn't happen. Okay. It didn't happen. And I could so picture what I wanted this to look like. And I said, if I ever get an iPad Pro, because I've had iPads, but not where I've had that, now I have the iPencil and all that. If I ever have an iPad and iPencil, I know I can make this like I can envision it. But this was a fail. Okay, this one was a fail. But I show it to you to say that not everything always turns out, right? So this one is one of my Dylusions journals, and I have 4 of those for different purposes. And then again, I've shown, we did these last week. These are the three traveler's notebooks I'm working. I don't really want to flip through all these now because I just showed these last week, if not maybe Monday. So I'm working in these 3 as well. So that's all the stuff that I'm working in, along with, we do paintings, we do, I do commissions. I do people and pet portrait commissions. I did that big bee this week. I don't even remember what day it was, Monday. Well, I did get everybody that supported the channel. I don't want to have my address showing there, but I made, I've got a bee coming to everybody that support. I haven't sealed them up yet. I write thank you on the back, and I put them in these sleeves. I got the prints made. I just with a couple double-sided tape, I put it on the corners and just taped it down to a piece of black cardstock and trimmed that down. I did this all day yesterday. And so these are for my thank you to my channel supporters. And then like I said, I want to show my address, but then this is the envelope they're coming in. So I did a little stamped, just like I did the little stamping here of the honeycomb. And then I used my hand carved bee stamp. And now I just have to address them. And then I'll probably send these out tomorrow. So these will go out tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Who else am I not? Hi, Elena, Maverick. Well, stick around for a while, Maverick. I make it easy. I make the technique easy. Hi, Linda. That's true, Linda. And good to see you, by the way. I hope you're doing well. Kangaroo babe. Oh, the babies are meowing. All right, let me let them in. All right, come on. I know y'all want to come in. All right, they'll probably be up here in a minute, but I'm not painting right now, so they can come up on the desk. All right, so those are all the things I'm working in, including these. And then I started this one as well. Oh, and I am also working in my sticker, my Moleskine. I'm working in this one too. So this one's more of a doodle book. This one I'm not really collaging in. This one is just more of like, I don't know. It's just got more doodles and it's collage. I should say not painted in. It's just stuff I like that I'm gluing down and then just kind of doodling on it. But this one doesn't have paint per se. There may be a little paint somewhere, but it's mostly doodles. That's what this book is. I have to have a couple books that are no paint. Painty, no paint. Oh, thanks, Carol. So let's see. So that's and then plus I do color booking. Oh, well, baby, you're in my box. Oh my God. He's gonna take a nap. She's gonna take a nap in my box. Are you gonna go to sleep in there, baby? Are you gonna sleep in there, baby girl? All right, we'll leave you there for a minute. You can't resist them. They just want to, just sip of my coffee. If it fits, I sit. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. We'll leave her there for a minute. Okay, so so that's the stage I am at in this book is I'm just gluing things in. Yeah, cat in the box, exactly. And I haven't and so what I thought I would do is I flipped through this a minute ago. And again, guys, I came on this morning to do a test. Hubster's at work and I asked him to come on to see if it was any buffering from where he is. So far, I've not seen any buffering. I've not seen anybody say it's buffering. So hopefully on my new computer, we're on the new computer as opposed to my laptop, which had previously been the least of the buffs. So hopefully we're doing okay. So far, all I've done is just glue things. Well, and most of it isn't even glued. It's tacked down with a glue stick. So when I first go through a book, I like to fill the book. I know it's oh, thank you, Lolo. When I first go through a new book, if I know what the theme, if I know what I'm going to do in it, then I want to get something on every page, whether it's just a scrape of paint, some collage, something. I want to get something down on every single page. So that's what I've done. I've got to figure out how to turn off the sound on my YouTube notifications. And I don't mind them popping up, but and well, it doesn't sound terrible. It's just that I get so many notifications. It's like all day long. Thanks, Cindy. No buffs. Yeah. So I start just by gluing. It's okay, baby. It's just a car. I don't have my window up. I should turn on the fan in here. She's hunkering in. Let me turn on the fan. So I just start, and again, I just tack it down with a glue stick at first. Now this is some of my This is some of my deli paper, painted deli papers here, just torn on there and glued down. I had a small buff too, lasting 30 seconds right after I came into chat. Okay, well, that could be just you coming into chat. Yeah. Okay. And I don't think that we'll have none ever. And I'm not saying that because everybody has YouTube issues, right? If you do get a buff or a blink or something, make sure you check your settings, because if YouTube does flicker, and by the way, YouTube went down last night for about 10 minutes all over the world. It was odd. You feel like it's like if your phone went dead for like, Okay, it's not too bad. Okay, thanks, Carol. Thanks. Make sure you check your little settings and make sure that you're still at 720 or 1080p, because it could mess up your settings. And again, guys, not everything is going to be on my computer. That's the thing. Nobody knows. It could be the local servers. It could be the YouTube servers. It could, so many options. All I can do is keep upgrading my equipment as best as I can. And until I can hardwire upstairs, which, they're not doing service calls at the moment, until I can hardwire, I'm doing everything I can. So again, see, they're not glued down yet with matte medium. And that's what I glue everything down with, is matte medium, because it's the best thing I found not to have any wrinkles. This is just tacked down for now, and so I can kind of lay things out. So I can go through the whole book and just flip through all my collage fodder. I can flip through all my collage fodder and just pick things that I like for the pages, right? Hi, Gail. Anybody else I miss? Hi, Tammy. Hi, Be Honest. I know I'm probably missing. Oh, I think I already said hi to Be Honest. I know I'm missing people coming in, but look, there's those tower things again. So now you're seeing there's less and less back here. This one I really like. I did have some paint on the background of this one, but I like putting that little bird in his ear there. So anyway, you can see, and I do have in here, if I can get to it, if you want collage fodder and you can't find any, you don't want to go hunting it up in old books and magazines and calendars and whatever. Let me find her on Amazon to show you her stuff. Hang on. Oh, wait, spell it right. Hopefully I can find it. Hang on. Let me go get, I got some empty covers. Hang on. So look up Catherine Anderson. These are the blank. I said I deconstructed the books already. I've already taken them all apart and cut up all the images that I want. Like this one right here, I think is one of hers. Maybe not. But anyway, Catherine Anderson has all these books of collage fodder, doors, windows, portals, all different kinds of collage fodder that she took photographs of, and she's made into collage books for you to use. Now, I always give her credit where anytime I use her stuff, I try to. I mean, if it's just one little something, I'm not probably going to remember. But I always try to give Catherine credit for her imagery. So if you do use Catherine's stuff, she made these books for you to use in your collage. So these are some of the ones I have. Collage Imagery 2, Collage Imagery 3. And they're not that expensive. I'm thinking they're $12 to $15, and it's probably going to depend on if you have Prime, shipping, whatever. Doorways and Openings. and doorways and openings 2, and doorways and openings 3. And as you can see, I've deconstructed them all. You hear the truck out there, baby? Well, it got you out of my collage box. Let me pick those up because I'll be the first one to stand up, turn around, and step on these and slide. You'll see me go sliding. So here, in here, I do have, here's some of her doors right here. Let me try to, some of this stuff right here is Catherine's stuff. Uh-oh, my planets just went flying around. Janet cut me out a bunch of planets. She gave me a bag of planets. And so I have a whole bunch of planets here, and they just went fling. Here's some more of my deli papers. And all kinds of things are in here. But these are some of her, these are some of Catherine's things here that I took out. Let's move this tissue paper, this tissue paper. So I take her books apart immediately because I want to use them. If they're sitting in the books, you're not using what they're intended for. So I've cut them all out. Now, the thing about her doors, these aren't, let me get to the door. Her doors pages are double-sided. So if you want to cut the doors open, and I have done that, and if go on my Instagram, go over to my Instagram and look for some of the art cards that I did, I don't know, 6-8 months ago. And I used her smaller doors. She has smaller ones too. They may not be in this stack. But there's smaller ones, and I made art cards out of those, and I made them so they would open. Don't get any ideas. It's not a cat box. You can scratch in there. Just don't get any ideas that this is a cat box. That's not. Let's see. Let me go over to my IG real quick. She's just hunkering in. So it was like 2 batches ago. There's the art cards. They're 3x4. That's the size of them, 3x4. And here they are with the doors closed. You can't get too close, it'll flash. And then there they are with the doors open. So let's see if I can zoom in. So here they are with the doors closed. And then here they are with the doors open. So I painted in little worlds on the inside of the cards. Now, I don't have any to show you because I get, when I do, big buffering. Is everybody else buffering too? Okay, well, we're hanging in there, people. We're hanging in there. So I don't have any of those cards to show you because when I do those art cards, when I do those art cards on stream, I give them away. All right, small slide. Okay, hopefully, well, and who knows? See, the thing is, it might be me. It could be. We don't know. We don't know. That's the thing. We have no way of knowing. But she's not worried about it, is she? So anyway, these are some of her doors here. And again, they're double-sided. Make a piece where the doors open. Then the door on the inside shows as well. Now, you don't have to do this. Let's just say you got that in the background. Oh, you got your art. Oh, good, Judy. Did you get one of the doors, Judy? So see? And it could be a lot of things. Let's find something other than doors here. Let's get down to something else. A rooster. Oh, good, Judy. Good. Yeah, Carla. Blessings to all in the middle of nowhere. Hi, Flo, by the way. Hi, Curly. So here's the thing. I have not got notification at the top saying, YouTube has a thing where, and I can't even remember, Catherine Catherine's books. Oh, I think all this is, well, maybe not these two. No, those are out of Abandoned Calendar, I think. But everything else here, these are all a lot of doors because y'all know I like my doors, bridges, outer space. And so, yeah, we could use some of that. Here's another one of, this is one of my punched planets. And if you want planets, you can punch your own with just a punch. So anyway, I got lots of those. And I got Janet's. Janet sent me all these. So again, guys, this is an impromptu test stream today to see how we're doing. So far, it hasn't been terrible, right? I mean, we haven't buffed terribly. So Janet punched all these out and sent me a little bag of planets here. So I got a bag of planets from Janet. Plus, I got all the ones that I punched out myself. So I got a lot of little worlds to work with. Yeah, so those are Catherine Anderson. If you go on Amazon, look for Catherine Anderson books. She's probably got, I don't know, 8 or 10 different books. So thanks, Judy. So again, this is so far all I've got pretty much in here is just glued down things to start building a world, right? Like I love this right here. And just a little piece of a castle there. It must need to be used. I have to find a spot for this. So, and I just kind of keep flipping back and forth through the book and find things that, you know, where I might want something, you know, or maybe over here, like in this background, like that. So what I'll do is I'll just take a glue stick and just put a little glue on there. Oop, I dropped the lid. And just tack it down where I think I might want it until I'm ready to glue the whole thing. I'm sorry, am I disturbing you? Am I disturbing you, baby girl? And then I'll go in and I'll glue everything down with golden matte medium and then paint it in, right? Then go back in and paint. And I kind of try, I mean, it doesn't always have to be immediately, but I try to do it like have a couple of main colors, right? Oh, I'll talk your head clean off, Deborah, on my processes. Because I want people to try. So this is about where I left off in this book, although I have a few back here. I want people to try things and not be a fearing, right? Don't be a fearing to try things. Now, here's my problem this morning is how am I tickling her ear with a thing. How am I going to get into my collage fodder? I might have to get out another bin. I mean, I've got lots of bins, trust me. Or some calendars, or let me see, what's the easiest thing to dig into here? Is it this? I don't know. There's another bin. Trust me, I got bins and bins. But now you can't see me digging because, unless I can move this over. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Oh, baby, you're so sweet. I know, Mama Wabu did the sweetest little girl. Cat moment. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. All right, the little thing. All right. Let's just see if we can do two things at once here. All right. So I have all kinds of fodder here. Let's dig down to some of my watches and clocks because I do like putting elements of time. Go over this way. I do like putting elements of time. Move that to the side. So we can do this here. watches and clocks. I know. I know. They're so sweet. Both of them are sweet. She's the smart one, though. Don't tell her brother I said that. Okay. So if I like to put some elements of time in them, I might just, let's see if we can kind of, see how we can work here. Let's put this up here. And let's go back to the front. Maybe if I want to see where I can put some watches and clocks. Because like I said, I love the element of time. Okay, that's not staying up there. It wants to fall. Trying to get it all in, including the cat. There we go. I think we're good now. I got my glue stick. So let's see. Like this one, for instance, has some yellow in it. So I might want to use part of this one. I don't know. I don't know. I have these big scissors either. Let me get them. Okay, that's behind here. Where's my smaller scissors here? All righty. Yes, it's coffee, art, and cats in the morning. Yes, shh, don't tell Oliver. Yeah. Okay. So, and and then after it's painted in, I'll add the watch hands and stuff like that. But this just looks like it needs one right in here, right? Now, did I already glue that down? I might have already glued that down. Like that. Okay. And there's going to be a little bit of a glare, I think. All right, so I've already glued that down. Like that. Okay. And there's going to be a little bit of a glare, I think. All right, so just tack it down. Just tack it down with it for now. And then I'll go back and glue it in with glue it all back in with matte medium. Okay, I need to prop that up just a little. Let's see, this may be too big. Let me find something. Oh, here, one of these. Let's prop it up just enough to take the glare off. There we go. Hi, Galena. So again, guys, hopefully we don't have a lot of buffering. Hubster hopefully is popping in from work to test from work to see if he gets buffering. So yeah, all right. So I'm just going to kind of just do this for a minute. You can kind of just look at what I have laid out and just like this one's very ornate. I don't know why I keep picking up these big scissors. Let's do a small one. And all this is very ornate. And also, well, let me show you this too. Sometimes when you cut out the watch rings, the part around the watch, those make excellent portals, doors, and and what I usually do is I just kind of look, and I usually can eyeball it before I set it down, but I just want you to see how you can set down different, could be down here, and just whatever. I kind of liked it around him, but I would like it more balanced right there. So I'll just probably take a little glue stick here and just kind of glue down that right there. And again, this will get painted in. Everything will get painted in. All right. Then here was the outer edge. It's too silver. This is kind of warm tones, golds, reds, browns. This is too silver and blue. So I don't want that in there. And I'm just talking out what I'm thinking in my head, right? Okay, let's turn the page. Okay, here's one that has more silver and blue. And when things, all right, just for an example here, I got to prop that up a little bit more because it's still got a glare on there. Let's put a little more, there we go. I'm working with the cat here. All right, so here is where things a collage artist loves. When you can find something that matches, look how that matches up. See how that matches up right there? That's just amazing to me. When you take an element of collage and it matches up. Okay, so maybe this one needs a little bit of a watch as well. I kind of like that. Okay, I just like the color. It just works. And the more you do it, the more you spot things like this, right? The more you spot things that will just, and I'm just using just these just these watches right here in front of me. And then let's just say when I go to paint this in, I don't want the watch hands going this way. I want them cutting across here. Well, I'll just paint that out. I'll just paint that watch hand out and then make my watch hands go this way. Maybe this one will come out, go behind him and come out from behind him like that. Okay. And this is just what I do. I have a stack of collage stuff. Like here's some Tiffany stained glass window things here. I'll keep those right here to the side. If I come across something that has yellow and greens in it, this may work in it. And so the true world building comes with the paint. Yeah, I think it was. I think that is I don't know if that's Nostradamus or not, or if it's just a dude in an old painting. um, the true bringing together is with the paint, right? And the other thing not to be afraid of when you go to do the painting part, if while you're painting, like for instance, if I want this right here to come all the way down, if there was something here, let's just say there was something there, I don't know what. If there was something there and I wanted this to come all the way around, then don't be afraid to paint over things. That I think that stifles a lot of people. You think, oh, I've got that image there and it's there. That's it. You got to leave it. You got to have everything showing. You got to have everything not covered up. That's not true. Don't be afraid. If I wanted to just have her and this arch in there, I'd paint over everything. So you can't be afraid to, oh, thanks, Linda. And I hope you're doing well. If you don't follow Linda, she has, are you still in a gallery in Canada, Linda? I haven't seen you postly, so I don't know what the deal is up there in Canada. Maybe they're not even open right now. I don't know. So, this girl looks very worried. She looks very worried. And why am I having to keep propping this up? Maybe even let's get another something to prop up with. I'm trying to keep this from having a glare, so I'm trying to prop it up a lot. Okay. So maybe she's obviously worried about something. Maybe she's worried about time. I don't know. Maybe she's worried about time. And the other thing too is you want some small things and some big things. You like a lot of contrast. I like light and dark, big and small. That in collage, that's what makes it, like, for instance, where's my sticker book? Where's my sticker? Here. This is the sticker book I've been working out of. Now, the thing about this sticker book and a lot of stickers is they have the white edge around them. So you're either going to have to cut off that white edge or paint it out. In one of the other books that I showed here, hang on, let's move some of the stuff around. In this book, let me find a place where I have a sticker. Okay, well, that one I don't mind so much the white edge, but all right, like that beetle right there. I don't care for that white edge unless I take the white. Where's my Posca? Unless I take that white and make it part of the piece, like you see how that's kind of there, and see how these come around here. I could come around here and make that white edge part of the piece. But unless I make that white edge a part of the piece, I'm going to want to cut it out. Let's see. Maybe this one's coming down here. And then I could go in here and add some brown dots on this or something else to make it cohesive. But for the most part, all right, here's some good examples. See that hand right there? I don't like the white edge, although it kind of goes with the white edge of this photo booth photo, right? But either you're going to have to cut that off, you're going to have to cut the edge off or paint it out, right? Or incorporate that white edge in some way. So, because look at this. See, now I'm off on a rabbit trail here. Look how this this background could be made to include this. See how I can go along and start working it in. So I just wanted to show you that if you have a border, on your stickers, you're either going to have to incorporate the white, paint the white out, or cut it off before you stick the sticker down. All right, so that's kind of, where's my, okay, so here's my sticker. So she has, all right, hang on guys, everything's sliding away here because I've got it stacked up. Let's put this on the floor. Until I can get back into this bin. Okay, so now it got a little, did it get a little dark? I think we went a little dark here with all this. Let's brighten this back up a little. I don't want to get it too bright. I don't want to wake up the cat. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see. Hi, Artful. Hi, Tori. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Hottie Popo. Thanks, everybody. Hi, G. Gail G. We have a couple Gails. I'm doing an impromptu today to I'm doing an impromptu so that I can test my Wi-Fi upgrade. So hopefully we're doing okay. I know it probably will buff a little bit here and there. Just, I don't want to call it normal buffing, but I don't like totally off the grid, so to speak. All right, so I've been playing with this. A bunch of us bought this back, I think it was the first week of March when we found out that they had these at Target. Janet and I went and bought some. And hi, Stephanie. And so it was 30% off at Target. I think they sold out on Amazon. They may restock. And then I think Barnes & Noble has them on their if you want to find them. I'm not going to flip through the whole book. I've used a lot out of, but just so you can kind of see, it's got a thing. It's like Victorian era kind of stuff. Oh, are you getting up? Are you getting up, baby? Are you moving on? So almost anything, anything can be incorporated into a world if you so desire. Like, let's just say this little bluebird here. Okay, so we got this big bluebird here. So I have this little bluebird. Now, normally at this stage, I wouldn't cut this out because I could paint it in. But I just want to show you how when you cut something out, just have a small, I have even smaller ones than these. Yeah, let's see, look. I have even smaller ones than these. And what you want to do, and I don't want to sound like, oh, we know how to cut. Sometimes things sound like that. I don't mean it to. But when you're cutting things out, like I've just got the stickers stuck on my finger. And I really don't ever trust sticker glue at the end thing anyway. I always, when I go to glue this stuff down, I'll make sure that it has a coat of matte medium on it so it doesn't come up. But when you're cutting out, especially fussy cutting small things, what you want to do is move the piece. Don't try to do this and go around it. What you want to do is almost hold your scissors in one place and you move the piece. You move the piece and then you're going to get a tight cut. It's going to be a cleaner cut and a tighter cut. If you just all you're doing with the scissors is doing this, opening and closing the scissors. And everything else is being moved by you're moving the piece itself. Okay. Oops, still stuck to my finger there. Let's try to get it in the trash. Okay. Okay. Things flow. So you can cut things out around, or you can paint it in later. It's really, I'm gonna be honest, it's easier if you cut it out, because otherwise, depending on how much you're painting in, if you're painting in this background, especially a tiny something like that, it is easier just to cut it out. But I'm trying to keep this propped up a little there. We're working with Cat here. I'm trying to have it, my ring light not make my ring light not flash it out. So anyway, this is one good book, and then the back of the book has alphabets on every page. That's kind of cool. And there's just so many different themes in here, right? So I'm going to kind of keep it handy, and I might pick some other things out. These kind of things are good on a in small journals. They're good in smaller journals like this one or this one, because they're tiny little things, right? They're tiny little elements that you can paint in. And yeah. All right, so I'm going to just kind of flip to the next page here. And again, I like the element of time. This is a blue one, and there's blue water. And I love, well, let me get a little bigger. I really love the edges of watches too, and I like putting them in water. So this may be a good one. This may be a good one. And sometimes I fussy cut. Sometimes if you're going to paint larger things in, it is easier if you tear around, and because that'll paint in better. The paint will blend the edges better if it's a torn edge rather than a cut edge. But you get used to just different ways of doing things, and the more you do collage, I mean, I've done thousands of them, right? So there we go. Let's go ahead and go around there. This is probably not something I'd save because it's not an arch or something. But look at this. So now this can be painted water. This may be too much down here. I may not like this after all. Don't be afraid to change. I got to move these scissors. I don't want to use them. So let's just go ahead, because of where the edge of the page is, this part is not going to work for me. But look, so now I can paint that in like it's laying right there on that bank, right? Laying right there on the bank of this. And this can get painted in, right? So right here, this edge, this can be painted in. So when it's painted in, let me just, it would look like that, right? So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue right here and just kind of tack it down until I get back to it. And glue it all down. That's high, but I guess that's Canada, Amazon Canada. Linda said that Amazon Canada has this book for $28.47. Is that Canadian? $28.47 Canadian. So yeah, got all these people video popping up. Okay, so there we go. So you can kind of see. I'm just going to flip through a few, right, just to kind of give you an idea. So like this one, I picked this up because look, it's got yellow. It's got the colors, right? It's got the colors. So I might want to take this, and when there's names of watches and things, I paint that out. I paint all that out. Let's go ahead and get a nice tight cut right here. Because I just want the idea of the watch in time, not necessarily, I'm not trying to promote a watch, right? So maybe that can go. Okay. So now I do kind of like this. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this a little bit right here. Do I want it on the edge like that? Probably on the edge. But I kind of like her neck. I don't know if I want to cover up her neck, but you see how that could work right there? How that could work, but I don't want to cover up her neck. So I'll end up painting this in. I might want to do a little tiny something, a little planet or something. Let's just dig through here. Let's see what I got in my little worlds. Like, look at that. It's perfect color right there. Perfect color. Maybe I want a little extra over here. Just kind of, I'm just picking and choosing just so you can kind of see. So is that 2 or 1? Okay, so I actually like both sides of that. Let's make that kind of show right there. So that might go right there. I mean, you know, there's just so many things you can do. So many things you can do. You just got to just move things around, play with things. Don't be afraid to just move things around. And when things match up, it's just so awesome when things line up. Here's some more. Here's some of my rub-ons in here. So I have these big sheets of rub-ons. Let's move. Sorry, baby. Did I disturb you? Oh, is that little piece of paper bothering you? Do you want these fish bones? Look at that. That's a good picture right there with her face and the fish bones. Oh my gosh. I gotta take a picture of this. Sorry guys. Let me grab this real quick. Okay. All right. So let's see. Here's that little piece of leftover. That might work right there. And because I'm just tacking it down, if I end up changing my mind, it's not a big deal. I can just pull it off, you know, like a band-aid on a scab. Let's see. And again, this just happens if there's just washes sitting right here because I can't really dig because of the cat. I can't dig too much, but there's a lot of watches right here. And then there's just like, you know, different colors. Oh, look at that. That's so cool, right? That's a cool piece of paper. We'll put a little over here. And do I want a little bit up behind him? Maybe. Again, you paint it in later. I like that. Just that little bit of right there. And then after I paint it in, I can go in there with my Posca paint pens or whatever and just continuously dot, you know, dot on top. Dee Dee, the things we do to not disturb our pets. I know, right? I know, right, Gail? All right, let's see. So see how this one's got. All right, now this right here was a sign in one of my books, and I actually tore it out of the book. This was a sign here, like a billboard sign, and so that this is where I've painted that in. That's me painting in the billboard. So on this billboard, I think it was in Vegas, maybe a billboard in Vegas. I painted in a little universe up there. But we might need some watches. Let's see here. Let's cut this in half. Let's cut this out. And again, there'll be probably a lot of stars and stuff all painted in here, right? A lot of nebulization going on. Put that right over the top of that door. Hi, Yvonne. Who's the boss of my house? Yeah. I know. I guess she kind of is today, right? Look at her little ear hanging over the edge. Can we make her flick her ear? Can we aggravate her enough? So sweet. Okay, so let's just keep rolling here. What could he be doing? I see him looking at this is modern and this is, you know, ancient. This is a Leonardo da Vinci, I think. Might be Michael. No, it's Leonardo. And he's looking over here at this modern pop art type stuff. And you wonder, what's he thinking? This would be a good place to have some arrows or something. You know, like I have a bunch of stamped arrows. That would probably be cool. Well, look at these little things here. These are modern something. Let's see if we can just kind of. And again, torn edges are easier to blend than cut edges. And it's not a good idea to go across the cut. It's better if you cut it and then just try to butt it up against each other, because it is a little tricky to get that to, because you open and close your book a lot. It's going to eventually tear there. So maybe something like this. Maybe it'll be a little more up like that. I don't know. And then I got some more of this stuff. So it's some, I don't know, some artist. All right, let's see what other watches and clocks. And look at this one. Look at that. Isn't that just, oh, look at that, guys. I could just sit here and stare at this. This may just need to go in like a keepsake thing, because that is like the perfect. Isn't that perfect? I can't use that. I have to put that in a special something, because I was just going to use it based on color, but we have other ones that are we can use for color. That's a good one too. All right, let's see. Let's cut this down. Hi, Yvonne. Anybody else I missed? Thanks for coming in. Again, this is a test. This is a test of the coffee and art in the morning to see if we don't buffer as much or as little as possible on the new computer. So like I said, I upgraded my Wi-Fi to the business account type thing, which is more money, but we got to stay connected, right? We got to stay connected. So that's too much on that side. Maybe just a little peeking out like that. See, I like that. So I'll just leave that there. Just tack it down for now until I get back to gluing it in. But I'll have a whole bunch of stuff. And when I don't feel like doing anything or getting out the paint and I just want to chill, this is the kind of thing I can do. I'll put on a video in the background and I'm not even really thinking. It's like more intuitive, like, does that match? There's black there, some black and white here. It just kind of all kind of flows together, right? And more stuff can build up on there. Kind of like him peeking out. See how he's peeking out? We've got to have his mustache showing there. And I picked this one because it's gray. And so is that picture. So that's why I picked that. It doesn't all have to line up at first. You'll blend it in with paint or pile up more collage. It doesn't all have to, like, this is not compositionally good at this point. It's kind of too much, on a tangent there. But the only reason I wanted that right there is because okay, now for the first, are we not doing well? Are we buffing? Let's wait a minute. I'm waiting. I'm giving it a minute. Okay. All right, we'll wait. I'm going to wait a minute. Waiting. So anyway, a little buffering. Can you all hear me talking? On and off. Okay. Why is Jason being censored? Why is Jason being censored? I don't understand. I don't know, Jason. Okay, well, we'll just hopefully, yeah. Okay. So Jason is an awesome artist. Illustrated. What is it, Jason? Can you Hear me? Ah, you jinxed it. My mods, can you allow Jason? I don't know what happened. Health view, but their mods are letting it through. Anyway, Jason, illustrated. What's the name of your YouTube channel, Jason? Illustration by design. My mods are allowing your. I don't know what's going on, Jason. Why all your comments are being moderated? I have no idea. Hi, Lady Jan. But anyway, illustration by design is Jiminy Cricket Jason. He's an awesome artist. If you like to watch artists draw, ink, create, he's awesome. He's very chill. He's very chill. Yeah, so I'm doing a test. I upgraded my Wi-Fi. Can't have a service call until the virus. So in the meantime, I just upgraded my Wi-Fi, but it's still buffering some. But hopefully, it's a new computer. It doesn't seem to buffer as much on my old laptop as it does on the new HP. I don't know why. But anyway, we're trying. We're trying. Yeah, so y'all just, my mods will keep allowing Jason's comments. I don't know why. He's not hidden or timeout, no clue. Yeah, I don't know either, Jason. Let me see if there's anything that says. I don't know. I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason, Jason. Yeah, we don't know. Maybe try to leave and come back. You want to try to leave and come back, Jason? Because you're not hidden nothing. All right, so I'm going to keep flipping here I'm not going to stay that much longer, guys. I've been here an hour and 43 minutes. I'll probably stay 15 more minutes. I'm going to stay 15 more minutes to test our this is an impromptu streaming test, if you will. And I'm just going through the collage with my cat. We're going through the collage fodder and gluing some stuff down. Okay, so let me put in a test here for myself. Okay. I think I might be frozen. I don't know. Julie, can you tweet me? Can you hear me? This might end right here. I don't know. Let me go on Twitter. Can y'all even hear me? Chat froze for me. Let's see if I can pop out chat. Okay. Restore. Okay. Everything's working? Okay. I'm fine? Okay. Except for Jason. Okay, so I popped out my chat and it's working. I'm going to try to restore chat. Let's see if it still works. No, it's not. I have to pop it out to see it, but that's okay. I think something happened when I buffed. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. I don't know if can I slide this chat over? Can I grab it and move it? No, I can't grab it and move it. I don't know, guys. I can't grab and move my chat. So, okay, let's keep going. Y'all can see it. That's what counts. Hi, Nashwa. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know, Jason. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jason. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just kind of rolling with it. Okay, so he needs it coming right here. So that one, it's not enough contrast, I don't think. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to glue that down. And I say glue down, I just mean tack down for the time being. Right? Just tack down for the time being. Oh my goodness. It's always something, people. It's always something. All right, so this bird right here, see how I put his little head right there where the castle looks like a little hat? Those kind of things make collage artists happy. I'm just going to flip. All right. Good to see everybody. We're only going to be here about 10 more minutes. So just FYI, I wanted to do a test. I guess it's better. It's hard to tell. I know we've been buffering. I'll have to go back and watch the replay and see how much it buffed. because right now all I could do was upgrade my Wi-Fi. Uh, what do you even call it? Speed? I don't know. Until I can get hardwired upstairs. But I can't do that while there's no service calls. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. That one's not speaking. I really want to get over here to some of the blanker pages. This one might work here. Probably off camera. So thanks everybody for stopping in on a little bit of an impromptu to test out my HP. Denise got me an HP all-in-one for Mother's Day, and she did get extra memory on it for me. She got extra memory for me on. I think that might be better right there. But you know, we have buffering issues, and I don't know why. Yeah, I upgraded, Carol. Now I'm upgraded to the business class. They moved me up from they moved me up from the back of the plane up to business class. I don't know if there's a first class. First class will be hardwired. First class will be hardwired, which I cannot do right now because they're not doing service calls. So, you know. Oh, my foot's asleep. Hi, Nancy. Yeah, and so I got coffee, cats, and art in the morning. Yours was ancient. Well, mine wasn't ancient. My laptop's older. My laptop is a few years old. And I got a brand new HP and it's buffering, but the laptop doesn't buffer as much. I mean, still everybody buffers sometime. But it buffers less than the new one. Oh, I don't know. You know, we just never know. I am not that techie. I do my best. But hey, guys, I'm going to tell y'all a little bit of a story about, hey, back when we were streaming on Ustream, and Julie and some Linda, some of y'all will remember, Ustream was a big PETA. If y'all don't know what PETA is, just think about it for a minute. And there was a time where I was literally carrying my equipment around from room to room trying to find a good stream place. But hey, we did it. We did it, people. Why do I keep picking up those big scissors? We'd do anything to stream. So this is not bad at all. This is not bad at all. If we have a little buffering, we'll deal with it, you know. Speed Center is up for delivering data to the masses. Yeah, so it could be a lot of that too, Gail. It could be that because there's so many people on the internet at this time, it could be that too. We'll just roll with it. Hey, we're here. We're connected. We're connected. So, all right. So there's a little bit of a halo on her. Let's see what else. I'm just gonna flip. I'm gonna do a couple more, and then we're going to move on. We're going to move on to anybody else that might be streaming today. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Stream on the run, Linda. Stream on the run. Exactly. Stream. And I did not cut this door open. I didn't cut this door open. Well, I got to put these scissors away. I don't want to use those scissors, and I just because they're big, I grab them. And I told everybody, I said, if you ever see me streaming from the bathroom, just literally run. I never came to that. It never came to streaming in the bathroom, but it did almost. Look at those pieces right there. And again, guys, I'm just tacking this down for now. I think, do I want it? No, I want it right there. Tacking it down with the glue stick until we get to gluing. If y'all missed the beginning of the show, I did flip through some of my other journals and things. I did flip through them to so you could kind of see different stages of things. Not that you've ever not seen that before. Oh, you got your Kirby book in your set. All right, Grace. Yeah. I need to get back in the Kirby book. Maybe next week we'll do a color book page. We'll do a coloring video next week. So anyway, so I'm just, this one's already got a watch, time on it. This one, I love this. I love the way this, look how this, wait a minute, we're all stuck in here. Look how that came together right there. See that right there? There's a story in this one. A story to be had right there. I've been trying to prop this up so there's no glare, because we are working with the cat. So anyway, guys, I think maybe we did a good test, and it still buffed some, but I don't know if I could call this a definitive test that it's good, because we did buff some. But again, guys, it could very well be. It could very well be the the way the internet is right now, because of the everybody's on it. It could be that too. We'll just wait and see. But I do have plans to hardwire upstairs. All right, see how that right there? I can carry that up. Carry that up right up there. And then blend and paint this in. So, all right. Does anybody have anything going on you want to talk about? Jason, are you doing any videos today? Are you making any? I kind of like that right there. Are you going to do any inking today? I know your comic is on hold. And Jason might have left because, the mods had to keep allowing. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know what's going on with that. Oops. Oh, maybe that's meant to be there. Do I like that? I like that better. Okay. All right. Overall, it was pretty good. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. All right, guys, I am going to head out. We did a little test. I'll let little Malibu sleep here for a while. I'll go make me a new pot of coffee. Misty, it could be the virtual since we were at upload our videos this weekend. I don't know. See, I don't upload any videos. I just go straight live. So I have nothing to upload. It goes straight live. As soon as I'm done, it's up. I don't have to do anything because I don't edit anything, guys. I don't edit my videos. I don't do nothing. I go in there and I tag it. I make sure that I have good tags and a good thumbnail. But other than that, it just goes straight up to YouTube. So, yeah, but I know other people. I think Mary last week said something about it took all day or overnight for her to upload a video. So, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm sure I'll see you guys over at different streams. Thanks, Jason, out there in the Ethernet, for stopping by. All right, guys. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll see you on other streams, and I'll see you on Monday. The good Lord will, the creek don't rise. Bye, guys.